Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. This is a timeless collective reading on what is coming forward. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you're an old one, welcome back, my lovelies. Nice to see you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations. They all really mean a lot to me. Thank you for your emails also. Just reaching out, touching base, sharing stories and confirmation, and booking readings. All information for readings is in the description box down below. Okay, I will never reach out to you. There are people going through the comment section here and in my sister channel, the North Star Tarot, saying praise be to Jesus, and then there's about 50 people replying, and you look in there and it's all about crypto. Every single one of those messages are from fake accounts. Okay, and as I said that, all of my cards mixed up together is to confuse and bamboozle you, but we see the BS. If you see it, just block and report them kindly. Okay, pay them no mind. The hustler will have to hustle a little bit harder, you know. And the energy that came through, I had the song by Maroon 5, Memories, and I had to like go on YouTube and look at the lyrics because I only knew a tiny little bit. And it goes, here's to the ones that we've got, cheers to the wish you were here but you're not, because the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today, toast to the ones that we lost on the way, because the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. Somebody is drinking and thinking about you, or they are, it's like there's closure. Somebody needs to get closure, and I don't know if this is you or the person you're thinking of or somebody that you separated from, but I mean, this could literally be also that someone has passed over and someone's been to a wake, okay, and people are just thinking back to the memories of this person that's passed on. But the energy that I'm getting, and if that has happened, condolences, you know, I send my love out to you, but the energy that I'm really getting is that there's somebody here who is drinking to forget because I heard they effed up. They effed up. They've done something. They effed up. This is proper Piscean energy. And I'm not saying that Pisces are like depressives or anything like that. I'm just saying that this is the end of something, and this person knows. They know it's the end. Okay, now please know that my readings are general. So some messages will resonate with you, some of them won't. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's absolutely fine. Just don't claim it, you know, just claim what, you know, does fit for your story. And know that I'm not a therapist. I'm not qualified in that area. I am very interested in the human mind and how I can connect that with spirituality so that we can heal and grow and expand and be the best versions of ourselves. Okay, but if you feel like you need to speak to a therapist, please go in and reach out to someone from that professional sector. Do not take my advice over that of a professional therapist, doctor, lawyer, health advisor, because I claim not to be any of those, and I do not claim responsibility of your actions while watching my videos or after. Okay, now there was also a part in this because I had to write it down. Sorry for my messy handwriting, but there was also a bit that says, I know I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. All right, so this is really kind of like ghosted and blocked, or someone has your number but they don't feel like they can come forward, and you've got Saturn and Capricorn, and it says here, feel restricted, experience struggles, learn hard work and patience. Someone is definitely going through a Saturn return of some sort, okay, a dark night of the soul, and you've got an owl up there. This is wisdom or knowledge that they are learning at the moment from their past mistakes. You have Virgo in reverse. This was somebody who tried to control. They either tried to control their emotions, not to show it to people, or they were over controlling in a relationship, in whatever this experience may be for you, okay, whether that is you who is too controlling and this is something that you are now having to try and figure out. And if you are, and you are drinking to forget, please go and speak to someone that can give you support, because that's not the way. Okay, you also have Virgo, integrity, reverence and service, and it's upside down. So this was a taker. This is somebody who may have taken a lot of your time, your energy, your love, your compassion, whatever it may be for you, but you've got a heart here, and if you look at that heart, half of that heart looks like almost like your rib cage. Okay, and this is giving me like a cold heart or a hard heart, or somebody who was taking energy with no exchange, and they're now learning something, okay, because experiencing struggle. This is why they're drinking to forget as well, because the memories bring back you. Okay, you've got Capricorn on here, and then you've got Scorpio, excuse me, and then Scorpio. This person may get choked up thinking about you, or you may get choked up thinking about them. It says ambition, realism, and methodical steps. This may have been when you were climbing a ladder of some sort, that they were either trying to pull you down or they were trying to control some sort of money assets. This is interesting. Or you may have been giving something to them, and this was your lesson that you had to learn when it came to boundaries, when it came to worthiness, especially with Virgo coming out in reverse, because this is giving to the point of sacrifice and actually to the detriment of oneself. Okay, you've also got Scorpio in reverse, yeah. And that was literally, you can be acting out of your shadow, and it doesn't have to be that you are hurting other people. You can be acting out of your shadow and hurting yourself. And I keep hearing a subservient force or subservient energy. Now, this could be a family member. This could be, you know, your mum, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, or this could be the person that you were in love with, that you're no longer with. This could be a friend. You have to take it as it resonates, but I'm getting just somebody who is, this person is feeling very down on their luck at the moment. But I do get that this is also work-based. There was jealousy here as well. Someone was jealous that you were doing well at work or that you were working. I don't get that, but there's a controlling, jealous kind of streak coming through. And with Scorpio, this is something they may have repressed, or you may have repressed if this is you. It says intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. This can literally be when we are in a relationship, environment, or situation that is continuously stagnant or low vibrational, but it's subtle. It's that subtle, for example, working somewhere where the vibes are low, but you need a job and you actually really enjoy your job, but your manager's an a-hole, or the people that you work with are bullyish or gossipy, and you don't gossip, but you get so used to hearing them gossip that it kind of wears you down. Okay, and then you forget that they're gossiping, you forget that it's low vibrational, but you go home and you're really stressed and you don't know why. And you're always grinding, you know, holding your jaw and you're tense and stuff, and you don't know why. And it's because you've been there for so long that you've literally put your blinkers on and gone, nope. And did you hear that little motorbike or moped going beep, beep? It's a confirmation. So for someone here, this has been a massive lesson that you've had to go through. Either you or this person with that song with, you know, because the drinks bring back all the memories, and the memories bring back you. I'm not going to take any more. I've got 4 there. Any more that I needed? Okay, 1 from the top. Pisces. I told you this was an ending of something. We've got some real Piscean energy coming through. And it says intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So this is, if this is for you, this is an ending of an era, I heard. It's an ending of an era. Because you aren't the person that you were when you were in this situation or experience, and it's not a one-off experience. And if it's a one-off experience for you, there is a pattern of one-off experiences that have been similar and traumatizing, but in a really subtle way that you didn't notice that the common denominator was you. And that's, for example, like we're talking about jobs, and I don't think it is jobs, but I'm just going to use that as an example. That for me, I worked in nurseries for 21 years, but I think I worked in maybe one nursery that I loved. I absolutely loved. The manager was wonderful. The team worked as a team. You know, everyone was really pumped up to come in. Everybody had great ideas. You know, they knew how to, they knew their children. They knew exactly what their children needed. They knew their milestones, but they knew it by heart. Like, they loved their job. There was one, and I worked for 21 years. Every other one, it was like 1% of people working, they did it because they loved children and they just loved doing that job and being a teacher. The other 99% of people there, including management, hated their job and were literally there to get paid, and were high stress always, constantly gossiping, constantly getting stressed out with the kids. And I kept going to jobs like this, and I kept going, fuck, do I end up in places like this? Because I was manifesting that in, because that is a reflection of me. And the reflection of me was telling me, I love working with children, but I don't like this setting. I don't like working with people who have a really bad work ethic, for example. And it took me that 3 months that I was off to have my dark night of the soul, to have Lots of towers crumble all at the same time, moving home, you know, going from being engaged to being single, to, you know, having a home to not having a home, to having to change everything around, having awful health conditions that I'm healing from. To have this Pisces, to get to an energy where you are no longer the person you were before those towers fall. You are now being this is either you or the person you're thinking of is looking back and seeing. I heard for this person, this is not you, I'm hearing they heard the error of their ways, because, you know, it takes two to make a relationship, be that a friendship, be that working, be that romance, and it takes two to break it. Okay, there's co-creation there, and someone here is seeing the error of their ways, and I heard they're seeing it too late, because they really wanted to create something with you, but they took advantage of your generosity, or they took too much of your energy, and there is no way to give that back. And they could pick up the phone and say, I'm sorry, but a word is just a word unless it has consistent action next to it to back it up, to make it truth. Now that's, with this Pisces being here, this is really, especially if I put that next to Saturn, somebody is really feeling like restricted, experiencing struggle, and learning hard work and patience. So they may be in the thick of this, and they are finding that the only way that they can kind of switch that off is turning to drink and having, you know, a beer or having a glass of wine. And I'm never going to tell anybody that you're not allowed to drink alcohol or this. I don't drink alcohol. If somebody unwinds after work, after a stressful day, and they wish to have a glass of wine, that's fine. But if you're doing it in excess to block out how you're feeling, that is when you should be asking for support. It's okay not to be okay, as long as you are actually looking out and going, I need some help here. So please, if that is emotionally triggering for you, what I've just said, or it resonates, please make sure that you are reaching out to the appropriate services and getting support. Okay, because you've got Cancer in reverse here. Okay, nurture, comfort and protection, and it's upside down. There may also be this energy of whoever it is that this person has done this to. So if you were in a relationship with somebody who just drained you, who would lean on you to the point that you were carrying them, or if this could be a work relationship where you came in and you weren't the management, but you ended up doing manager's job because they couldn't be bothered, they had the door closed, and you ended up, because of your work ethic being so strong, especially with Virgo coming through. Virgos are very much very structured orientated, and they are, you know, those of service. They wish to help others, they wish to organize others so that everyone works together as a really good team. But with it in the reverse and Cancer in the reverse, this is very much being pushed into a position you didn't ask for, even if you have the skills to do so, getting no validation for it, being overworked. And I heard overworked and underpaid and underappreciated. With Cancer in reverse as well, that nurture, comfort and protection, feeling like you were just being used and abused, no matter if that is, like I said, a job or a relationship. This person is realizing this. They're realizing how they treated you. And they may have your number and wish to call, like I said, but you are aware also of what they did. And I heard boundaries have been drawn. The boundaries have been drawn now. So they could call and be like, I'm so sorry, I love you, or I'm so sorry, we'd like to now give you that manager's job that you've been working your butt off doing anyway. That don't mean nothing. I heard someone say, if you want to make me the owner of the place, I'll reconsider. I like that. And it says on here, Earth, persistence, patience and practicality. And I'm putting this down, let me show you, it's such a lovely card. Okay, I'm putting this down next to Capricorn. Ambition, realization or realism, and methodical steps. Whatever it is that you've been working on, okay? And the thing is as well, this is both emotional and like personal growth, but this is also to do with your career. And they really link into each other, because the more that you're healing yourself and coming to this realization, especially this Piscean energy coming in of like a full circle happening, I had expansion and progress. Whoever this is from the past, you don't resonate with that person anymore, because you don't resonate with the identity that you used to be. But I heard love hurts, and it's reminding me of the song Paloma Faith. Only love can hurt like this. Must have been a deadly kiss. Only love can hurt like this. So for some, this could have been a relationship. It could have been a family relationship where you overgave because you love this person so much. But you've got the moon in reverse, and it says satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. You overgave, okay? And that's not me judging you, because I'm a double Virgo. I'm actually a quadruple Virgo. I have Virgo in Venus, Virgo in Mars, Virgo in my ascendant, and in my sun. So I have a lot of Virgo placements, and there is a tendency to overgive, especially if there are wounds when it comes to family, when it comes to how you receive love. And somebody here is learning this. And whoever it is who's drinking to forget, or drinking because it brings back memories of you, is realizing this. They're realizing that you are a diamond, not even a diamond in the rough. They just didn't see your shine because they were too busy taking, and they're kicking themselves. They are kicking themselves. House 2, they're kicking themselves. Physicality, it says physical security, possessions, material values and self-worth, and then destined to release. Someone here has released some sort of block when it comes to how they receive abundance, and abundance doesn't have to be just money, okay? Even if it does say physical security, material values and self-worth. This is to do with your self-worth as well as how you attract in abundance, because there was a blockage here, or the person that you were with, the person or where you were working. But I'm getting this is more to do with like personal relationships. This person was draining you. They were draining your finances, and they were draining your opportunity to create abundance because you were constantly giving to them. And I heard you were lucky, or you're naturally lucky, and they were stealing your luck without even realizing. For some people, it won't be for all. Some people, whoever you were with in the past, did not realize that you were literally an abundant cash cow. You had the Midas touch. Everything that you put your mind to would become very prosperous. And when they were around you, they would win things, or they'd get that promotion, or they'd get the things that they needed, or their health would improve. And it's because they were draining you. Okay, so they were like an energy vampire, and they didn't realize. But for a majority of people, there was somebody in your life that you were around, that you were giving all this nurturing energy to, that was purposely sabotaging you, simply because they knew that how abundant you were. Okay, and I like I said at the start, there was like this tinge of jealousy and tinge of kind of like, well, I want that. Especially when it comes to Capricorn and Earth, you are naturally very, I love the word, it's coming up a lot, opulent. You're naturally very, I heard ambitious, but in a grounded way. But money flows to you, abundance flows to you, and it doesn't matter if right now you've only got $24 in your account. Doesn't matter, things are changing. All right, things are changing, and I heard this is confirmation for you that things are changing, especially that Piscean energy coming through with Saturn. There is something that you have released, something that you have learned. There's a cycle that has finished, okay? And what you have experienced before with past relationships, with jobs, with friends, it's changed because you are not that person anymore. And whoever it is that is sitting there and drinking to forget, they know this. So they may have your number, but they're not calling you because they know that the person that picks up isn't going to be the person that they knew. Or they know that the person who's at the end of that phone isn't going to pick up because they're not the person that they knew anymore. Wow, wow, wow. Let me see how this person feels about you then. Especially if this is to do with like romance or love, or kind of like healing from that. And now I've got Paloma's Faith in my head. What's this song on here? This is Rema, Selena Gomez, Calm Down. Can Love Me Better. I Can Love Me Better, baby. That's a different song. That's Flowers. Paint My Nails Cherry Red. Match the roses that you left. Okay, so you've got X energy here. And the thing is as well, I don't know why at the moment, like, I feel guided to share more about my experience, okay? And like, the ex that I'm no longer with loved a song by Bruno Mars. And when this song, Flowers by Miley Cyrus, came out, I felt like a twinge, like, why is this pulling me so much? And it became kind of like my strength anthem as we went through this breakup and separation. Because if you listen to that song, if you listen to the Bruno Mars one, it's more or less saying, I wish that I had put more effort into seeing who you were. I wish that I had created more compromise, okay? And this Bruno Mars is more or less weeping over the fact that because he didn't treat the person he was with like a queen, like a king, like the person that they should be, they're now off with somebody else. And Miley Cyrus's song is almost like a retort back going, what are you talking about? I don't need you to buy me flowers. I can buy my own. I can dance. I can hold my own hand. I can, you know, I can talk for hours about things that you can't comprehend. And it's more or less because we're no longer on the same level. I don't need anyone but me. I can do this, okay? And that became my anthem. And there is an energy here for someone that there's a song or there's some sort of anthem or some sort of strength came through. As this person, be you, or the person you're thinking of, went through this Saturn return, as they went full circle from Aries, the first house, all the way around to Pisces, you know, and there was a big upkeep or uptake in someone's spirituality, in that something was broadened, something was opened, where they no longer resonated with an insecurity or a wound they may have had from childhood that told them that they had to be of service to the point it was detrimental to their health, okay? And I don't know if this wound from childhood seeps into your working life or into how you see your work routine or your work ethic. Like if everyone else is giving 100%, like you have to give 200% so that everyone values you and everyone sees how good you are at your job, and so on and so forth. And there's something here about it being connected to childhood wounds, and that is slowly being removed. And as this is being removed, it's moving you away from this person. And now I'm hearing that song, I can buy myself flowers, I can dance, I can write my name in the sand, I can love me better than you can. Someone really did learn a deep lesson in self-love, in self-respect, in setting boundaries. And I heard there isn't hate for this person, whoever that may be for you. There isn't hate, or you're being encouraged not to hold on to any volatile emotions that aren't helping you. And when I say that, I'm not saying that if you're going through a grieving process that you shouldn't grieve, that you shouldn't feel angry or sad or upset or disappointed with the other person, but not to hold on to that, you know, to let it flow like water. And when you're ready to move on from that, and ultimately the more that you forgive, and that is more forgive yourself, the more it opens you up to higher vibrational energies, and the more it helps you to heal, so that ultimately you can get to a point where you can forgive that person because you no longer resonate with them. Because it says on here, I have many regrets that keep me from moving forward. What we were saying about this person, drinking to forget, right? I can love me better. You can love me better. I can love me better, baby. And it says, I think of you at night when the world is asleep and my mind is awake. So this person, you are still on this person's mind. Because again, it's that, you know, because the drinks bring back all the memories and the memories bring back you. This person is trying to block out how they feel about you, but all that's happening is that they are drinking, or they're smoking, or they're doing whatever they're doing, and it's actually highlighting the wounds that they have and the regrets they have for how they treated you. Okay, beep. There you go. Anything else that would like to come out? Can I get one more card, please? One more card. And we have here, I feel abandoned by you and it's triggering my childhood traumas. That's upside down, because when I was actually shuffling this, I thought about the collective rather than about this person. And I feel abandoned by you and it's triggering my childhood traumas, and that's upside down. Somebody has had a lesson very much to do with isolation or feeling abandoned or being left or whatever that may be for you, and has been slowly working through that. And it is uncomfortable. I actually understand it is uncomfortable. My mask keeps me safe. I need to fake my feelings, and it's upside down. Someone's owning themselves. Someone is owning how they feel, whether it's about this relationship, whether it's about this experience, or whatever that's linked to, or how they feel about a person. Because again, it could be a job, but I'm really getting a person. And I don't know if you have gained complete closure, but you're being encouraged to. You're really being encouraged to keep on keeping on as you are. And bravo, or congratulations to whoever it is that's doing this internal work, because it is hard, it is arduous, but it is so ultimately freeing to know that the more that we pour into ourselves, the more we invest and lean into the parts that hurt and that are uncomfortable, you'll get to a point where you've leaned in and it's not uncomfortable anymore, because it's not there. Because you have looked at it and you've loved it and you've hugged it and you've given it everything that was missing, that created it in the first place, to the point where it's not even existing. And it says, it's too late, I moved on and do not wish to reconnect. Exactly. This person knows, they are fully aware that you can love yourself better. I mean, come on now. Come on now, collective, my emperors and empresses. Now, should we get some songs? Let's get some singy songs, and then I'm going to slow this one down and finish it. Okay. Can I get some energy on what's going on here? Oh, we've got different ones mixed in. I'm going to leave them in there then. What do I need as a running theme? Please and thank you. Running theme of this reading. Running theme of this reading, thank you so much. We have... Don't cut me down, throw me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please, please, could you find a way to let me down slowly? And that is Let Me Down Slowly by Alec Benjamin. Okay. This person may be going through it themselves. They're really going through it themselves. Now this one, is this the collective or is this the other person? One, the other person, two, this is the collective. Okay, so it says, so smoke 'em if you've got 'em, because it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. I'll never get to heaven, because I don't know how. Let's raise a glass or two for all the things I lost on you. LP, lost on you. So this is almost also, because I've put it down over Capricorn, and you've got to remember Capricorn is the devil energy. So that's all the things that we hold on to, all the things that aren't good for us, those habits, those detrimental thoughts that hold us back in South Node. But at the same time, I'm getting this energy of whoever it is that you were in a relationship with, you loved them dearly. There was a lot of love there. There was a lot of love given, but there was also I had a karmic release that was needed, and that happened in separation. And there are a small few people who are still in this relationship and you're being told to get out. And remember, I'm not a therapist. I'm not a relationship therapist. So if that resonates with you, you need to go and get professional advice on that rather than taking mine. But that song, so smoke 'em if you got 'em, 'cause it's going down. All I ever wanted was you. I'll never get to heaven 'cause I don't know how. Let's raise a glass or two. I'm really sorry. To all the things I lost on you. Oh, baby, are they lost on you? So I don't know if you gave this person so many flipping tries. There's nothing you can cut me to. Oh. That song, I love that song by LP. It's almost like looking back at somebody and going, you know, can we not try again? Is everything lost? And there is, if you listen to the song, it's very bittersweet. So the fact that we have these two opposing energies is that as you're going through this healing, there may be moments for you where you have looked back as you were healing, going, you know, were there any chances of us getting back together? Or maybe when you were in the relationship, you may have broken up and got back together, or got to the point where it was like, do you know what? Is everything lost? Should we try? Am I going to try and invest more? But I'm getting for someone here, it may have not even been a conversation. It was literally like the other person was taking you for granted, or taking your energy, or just not investing. So you invested even more. Like, is everything lost? Let me put more in and more in. Okay, and can you tell me where the collective is now, please? Okay, well, this is a completely different energy. Now, I don't know if the relationship you were in was very highly sensual, because this is The Weeknd, Lost in Fire. And it says here, I want to F you slow with the lights on. You're the only one I've got my sights on. Type of sex you can never put a price on. I'll take it off. You're the one I'll roll the dice on. I just want a baby with the right one. Now that was supposed to be for the collective, right? Wow. So this could have been a very highly kind of, and I have not any more. Yeah, there was trust issues. There was a lot of trust issues that messed this relationship up, because you got just please don't say you love me, because I might not say it back. Doesn't mean my heart stops skipping when you look at me like that. And there's no need to worry when you see just where we're at. Just please don't say you love me, because I might not say it back. And that's Gabrielle Applin. Please don't say you love me. So I don't know if the person you were with had trust issues, kept pushing you away, and you kept trying and trying, and you became the chaser in a codependent relationship. And at some point you've gone, you know, especially with the last one, if it's too late, I've moved on and I do not wish to reconnect. Because that lost on you is mixing. I'm getting a mixture between your energy and their energy. And it doesn't mean present, okay? It's almost like at some point you lost your own identity, or putting yourself as a priority in this relationship, because everything was placed or focused on the other person, okay? And they became an energy vampire. They were just draining the absolute F out of you, okay, or the person that you're thinking of. And look, you've got ascending upside down. They were stopping you from going on your ascension. And that Saturn coming out was karma. There was something that you needed to learn. And you've got to remember that if they are karma for, because it's something we needed to learn, then we are karma for them as well. It's not just one-sided. And this person had to learn something. They had to learn something. And I had exponential growth now, especially with Capricorn coming out, exponential growth when it comes to relationships, when it comes to your job. And you've got here love, core, and butterfly, and they're both upside down. All right, and it says on here, someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you go, and letting you know. But I want to say letting you go, okay? And then you've got be light-hearted, finding out, things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. This person is finding it very, very hard to heal, very hard. And I'm hearing that song. I think it's by The Script. It says when no, it don't break even. What am I supposed to say when I'm all messed up and you're okay? What am I supposed to do when the best part of me was loving you? I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. There's something here, because he says doesn't break even. So one person here either was infatuated with you, they were very attracted to you, but they didn't invest. They literally did not invest in you. They didn't invest. And you poured way too effing much of yourself into this person, to the point of burnout, to the point of who the F am I? Where is my identity? What about my needs? And it came to a head in some way. Okay. How did it come to a head? Because you've got, look, not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding a conversation, cool person, boundaries, and still angry. This person wants to know if you're still angry with them, or if you wish to talk to them in some way. And you've got moon in reverse. This person, I don't know if this person watches you in some way, because you've got I like you, and then karmic relationship in reverse. And then you've got separation. Somebody's been watching this relationship, or watching your status. Sorry, I shaked. I was like, oh my gosh. You have here, break up, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. So this person may feel abandoned because you left them. But that is part of like toxic codependency, okay? Because it means that they lent on you way too much, or they depended on you way too much, or they took from you too much, that they didn't even realise that you were faltering, or that you were flailing, or that you needed help, okay? And you also have here, excuse me, my South African accent is really bad. Someone here could be South African. You have here fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you, and it's upside down. So this was definitely a karmic relationship. There was something that you were both supposed to learn and grow from. And then you have I like you, someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun, flirting, and wants to date. Okay, so you have somebody who's been watching your progress, watching to see whether you are single, whether you have, you know, gone through the grieving process. Are you at a point where you want to come in? And I say that, and then underneath the separation. And it says on here, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure for the future. You have an ex here, an ex who is, they may be watching you. If you have social media or something, and you also have coffee cup, meeting, conversing, savouring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. They may wish for you to, I don't know if they want to kind of get in contact with you and be like all friendly and stuff, but if you weren't friends in a relationship, if this relationship, if this kind of dynamic resonates with you and you experience this, then they weren't your friend. How could they be? And you weren't a good friend to them either, because you overgave. If this was, you know, one of your friends talking to you about their relationship, and they told you the dynamic, and they were like, oh, that person just takes, and I just give. That would be the friend that you're like, I'm going to give you advice, but you best not come back again telling me the same thing. You best be telling me a solution, because that's toxic. That is a toxic relationship. If you had a family member who was doing that to you, that would be dysfunctional. This is no different. And if you had a friend that was treating you like that, you wouldn't be friends with them. Okay, so if you have somebody that wants to reach out and they're like, oh, we should be friends now, well, you weren't friends to me when we were in a relationship, so why would I want to be friends with you afterwards? That is the energy that I'm getting here, and that's the reason why I got not today. And it's not so much not dealing in hurt, because maybe you are, maybe you're still processing that. It's more that if you have, if you are at the level where you have moved yourself away from people, places and energies that resonate with the old you, that held onto wounds, that overgave, and you've literally cut your circle smaller and smaller to those who actually resonate with you, why would you then invite an energy back in that not only reminds you of the past identity of who you are, but also is not at the same level of healing and ascension as you? And it's not saying that they're not healing or they're not ascending, but they're just doing it at a very different pace, because everyone's life purpose is going to take them on paths that are slower, faster, or in the middle lane, you know. And it says here, coffee cup and abundance. And it says, meeting and conversing, savouring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. You're being asked also, though, that if, you know, if you're having a down day, or if you're overworking yourself, or whatever it may be for you, make sure that you are leaning on your friends, because I'm getting the energy that you are the overgiver. You're the one that looks after other people. Who looks after you? Make sure you are taking self-care days. Make sure that and that's not just having a bubble bath, that you are calling up your friends, the ones that you trust, and going, do you mind if I emotionally dump a little bit? Do you have emotional space for that? You know, because if they're true friends and they're in the right frame of mind for that, they'll be like, okay, you can do that, go for it. Talk to them, lean on them. You don't always have to be the pillar that people lean on you like a post. You are allowed to lean on others, because you've got abundance here also. Keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, and gratitude and bliss. Exactly. And this is not saying that you are not there. This is just saying that more that you are opening up, because I heard a one-track mind. Why did I hear a one-track mind? Do you want me to take those ones out or those ones underneath? I'm going to do one more and then stop, because this has tired me. I'm tired today. I keep waking up at 4:44 on the dot with mad downloads. That might be my next reading. The crazy flipping dreams that I have, you guys. I dreamt that I manifested the energy of Bambi to get away from police. That will be the next reading, okay? I promise. Now you've got on here, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and you have a Virgo. So you could be an Aries, you could be a Virgo, they could be. And I want to put this one down over here. I want to put this one down over here. Or you could have both of these in your chart, or these are the areas that you're being asked to look at. Now with Virgo coming out, I don't know if you were a carer for somebody, or if your partner's health was an issue, or if your health was an issue, okay? Because with Virgo, this is about health and fitness. And then Aries over here, very passionate, very active. But I'm getting also, there may be energies of something might trigger you, like your anger, I'm getting, or arguments, or you may be triggered when talking to a friend about past events with this ex, or ex-person about arguments, and I heard about not being heard, because especially with that not today, not dealing, hurt, avoiding conversation, call, purse, boundaries, and still angry. I don't know if maybe you're being asked also if this is triggering you, and I don't mean that in a negative way, if it is bringing up emotions that are still raw and you didn't realize they were, and it brings it up, of either talking to a therapist. And there's nothing wrong with actually going and speaking to a therapist and saying, do you know what, I need a little bit of support in this side. Or speaking to a really trusted, reliable friend about feeling like your voice isn't heard. Or because I'm getting with this kind of avoiding a conversation, call, or person, and then boundaries and not dealing. If you were with somebody that would shut down when you try to voice your needs because they would take it as a criticism, as they had done something wrong, and that was always kind of placing the spotlight on them, like it's about them rather than it being about you. If that is something that actually resonates and is triggering hearing that because it's bringing things up, you are being told to go and speak to someone for support on this, okay? Because there seems to be that there was a disconnect between not intellect, but more towards kind of like Cancerian energy of affection, and Gemini, of listening, okay, and appreciating that someone else may have a different opinion, and it doesn't matter if you agree with it or not. It's letting them feel heard, letting them feel like they've been seen as well, because someone here, where they've poured so much into another person, they've more or less become invisible. And I don't know if at some point in the relationship you were like, actually, I don't want to be invisible. I actually want to voice my needs. But what happened, especially with that Aries energy coming up in the shadow side, is that it caused arguments. Because if you haven't had your voice heard for a very long time, you don't know really how to temper that volume and the intonation when you're actually, you know, getting that courage up to, I'm going to come out of my shell, I'm going to tell them what I need, and it ends up coming out as a shout, or it comes out as aggression, or it comes out and it turns into an argument, okay? And I said that with Cancer underneath. Maybe you wish to speak to a family member about this. Maybe this is a family member that is making you feel angry. Or maybe it's a family, you've got the Crab family coming out twice, okay? I'm getting more that this is definitely to do with somebody's emotions not feeling valued, or them not being able to voice how they feel to this person. And you've got on here, astrology involves the forecasting of events through the interpretation of the fixed stars, sun, moon, and planets. Somebody needs to look at their natal chart, their birth chart, okay? To have a look at where Cancer sits for them, and where Gemini sits for them as well, because it will really give you an understanding of how you balance your emotions and how you communicate your emotions. But it will also give you an understanding of the lighter and the more shadow aspects of each of those zodiacs, and where they are, where are they placed, because it doesn't have to be the fourth house. And it will give you an understanding of why certain things hurt more than others, how to heal those things, and also an understanding, if you have like the information of this ex and you know their birth chart and stuff, and you've already read theirs, or you wish to read theirs, or something along those lines, you can have a look in there. But I'm getting that unless you already know the information, don't seek it out, because it becomes karmically invading someone's boundaries. But if you've already read their chart and you're already well versed in their chart, and you know that they have Cancer in this, and this is the reason why they don't talk, there's something about gaining that understanding through that which is going to give you closure, or the last bit of closure that you need. But I do advise, okay, that you don't seek out and try to read someone else's birth chart. If you were together, when you were together, if you read their birth chart and you just remember, oh my gosh, yeah, they had Scorpio in this, this, and this, or they had this, and this, fine. But if you don't, I'm actually advising you, do not seek out and go, I'm going to read their birth chart, because that's invasion of privacy, and it's invasion etherically, and that is bad karma. Literally, that is the baddest karma ever, okay? And I heard, yeah, but what about tarot? And the thing is as well, is that I am picking up whatever the divine wishes me to channel and message out to you. And whoever it is that watches this and it resonates, or it stirs up an emotion, that's who's supposed to see it. And you've got to think that the internet and YouTube is a vast ocean with thousands upon thousands upon thousands upon thousands of videos that are uploaded every day. If you are coming across this video, it's because the divine wants you to. Okay, and the same with when I do personal readings. If somebody asks me to read someone else's energy, and it could be, I want you to check on my ex, what's he thinking about me, and blah 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 blah, because that person isn't there for me to read them, I have to ask my guides to go and check with their guides and their higher self, their soul, and ask for soul permission. If I get a yes from the soul, then I'm allowed to read. If I get a no, I can't read them, and I can literally only read the energy around them without invading their boundaries. And that's why I'm bringing it back to this birth chart thing. Do not read somebody else's birth chart without their permission. Honestly, don't do it. I don't know why I had to say that so much. I feel like somebody's there going, yeah, I'll do it anyway. So at your own peril. Okay, and you have 11th house here. For humanity's sake, your hopes and wishes, do it for the future. And then you have a blossoming abundance and self-sabotage in reverse. This is what I mean about if this person's like, why, maybe we should just be friends now, and you've got blossoming abundance in reverse, you know that it's not a good idea. So don't slip back into that, okay? Because that you've got liberation underneath, and it's got it actually condenses down to a 10. This is full liberation and freedom for yourself. Okay, any other energies that need to come through? I heard a gentleman never tells. A gentleman never tells what? Never tells what? A gentleman never tells what? Ay, ay, ay. There's something here about not telling other people whether you are the one that walked away from them or they are the ones that walked away from you, because they don't really want other people knowing. And you've got Virgo there, so this person is very much keeping to themselves, or I heard maybe they could be bending the truth as well about how it ended. And you've got on here though, Aries is coming out. Energies to meet the challenge of your desires regarding health. I would say health instead of resulting from the honesty and strength of. And then you've got surrender. This is more or less a message for whoever your ex is, that they literally need to surrender. They need to stop pushing against the tide, because you've got 4-4 here. Maybe this person needs some support from their family as well, because you've got storms. This person is angry. Why are they angry? If I'm allowed to know, why are they angry? Level up. Because while your career is taken off, they feel like they're in an SHIT heap. And it's because they were actually, like I said, they were leeching off of your energy rather than generating their own. And they're now feeling this. They're really feeling this. And you've got here contract in reverse, goddess of the moon, woman holding the coin, and bride in a cage. There was some sort of binding between the two of you that was done, okay? Whether that is etherically, or whether that is, I don't know if you guys shared a house, if you shared children, pets, if you actually were in a marriage with this person, okay? But you've got contract in reverse. So this is like a serious separation. Goddess of the moon. But that's also giving me, with me putting this over Cancer, with 7, there's a truth that came forward. I heard it's trickling down from the ethers. There was some sort of contract. There was some sort of etheric contract that has now been burnt. It has now been severed. The ties have been severed. This contract, this scroll, this thing has been ripped up. You may have been actually, this is like a soul tie between you and this person. And you were supposed to learn something from each other. That's why we started off with Saturn. You've learned what you needed to, which is why you don't need to be in their energy anymore. Woman holding the coin. This is my magic card. Okay, it doesn't have to be good magic or bad magic, but it's 6 on there. There is some sort of abundance that's coming forward. I don't know if this person has read your birth chart. They may have paid to have your birth chart read, or they may have gone to someone that they know to have your birth. No, this isn't your ex. This is whoever it is that likes you. There's somebody else that's watching you. They went and had your birth chart read. That's bad. Don't do that. Don't invade other people's space like that. But they did. They went to somebody and paid them to check and see whether or not you were still in a contractual. It wasn't even about whether you were with this person or not. It was whether or not this contract in the ethers had, been null and voided. If you had finished a cycle of some sort, and you got bride in the cage. And this is my love spell card, and this is upside down. So this is literally, they were told that you no longer are etherically or energetically tied to one of your exes, to your ex. And you've got a lot of Cancer coming out. A lot of Cancer. So this could have been a family member of theirs, okay? And it says the sun, the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from, things brought to life or light. And then you've got Cancer here, intuition to protect, attitudes from the past about, resulting from the history of, and then you've got storms. They wanted to see whether you had weathered this storm or not, because the sun is coming out twice now. They really wanted to see whether you'd weathered this storm or not. I'm going to leave it there because we are 49 minutes in. Oh my goody aunt. It was only supposed to be a 20-minute reading. Jeez, Bronwen. Okay, well, I hope that gave you some confirmation and clarity on what you already intuitively knew. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe and the notification bell so you can see more of my content. And if you are a returning OG subscriber, I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.